Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Camera looks a little bit dirty. Let's go. Good morning. Wednesday, May 7th. How are you? Good to see you. How we doing? We'll check in on the other platforms here. See how we're doing. Oh, we do. Get live here on Facebook and Instagram and all the things. So just try to create this as a recurring thing on StreamYard. So hopefully the links will work every day without me having to do a bunch of stuff. But Instagram remains to be seen. So you can stream on a bunch of different platforms, but the more you do, the more it costs. So Mike will have to take on some sponsors. How about Tolman? What is the Tolman Home Service? Tolman Industries. Matt Tolman, good to see you. Wendy's here. Roy Dahl is checking in with a 9 this morning. As I always like to say, the original OG is here. We can start now. Good morning. Yeah, here's Dave Howard. Dave, I've chased you this morning. I invited another 850 people to the Summit free Facebook group. I'm like, damn it, we're going to get over 1,850. I don't know how my 5% return rate will work, but I do appreciate you. So we're getting new people every day. Thanks to you guys, Jessica, who have invited a bunch of people, and you guys that have invited behind the scenes. I appreciate it. So would love to get it to that next threshold of 2,000. So hit that little blue button up in the corner on the Facebook, the Summit free Facebook group, and get people invited. So yeah, Dan Bennett's here. Rachel's here having some coffee. Good to see you. Cheers. I'm into the Dunkin' Donuts mix today on the Keurig, which is good. It's pretty tasty. Any guesses on the sleep score last night? I'll give you guys a second. Hopping in here. Good morning, Luke McGee. Good to see you. Yeah, missed you yesterday on our peak group coaching call. Yeah, Dave said yesterday, a mental day for me. My personal trainer is killing me. Is he saying mean, awful things to you? He's killing you. Good. That's his job or her job. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Dan says he's guessing a 75. Roy says a 78. Anybody else? So the last few nights, it's been 8 or 8:15, conking out on the couch, attempting to watch basketball. I made it through, I don't know, Wendy would argue, the first quarter of the Celtics, and then last night the Cavs and the Pacers were, I was leaning hard to starboard, and at 8:15, we called it a night, and then I commenced to getting an 84 for a sleep score. So there you go, guys. Dave Howard, 65. Come on, man. Have a little faith. There's Danielle. Good morning, kid. Good to see you. Yeah, how's everybody doing this morning? Pop it in the chat, 1 to 10. See what's going on. I had to get Tyler some more stuff for the website yesterday, so we're getting closer every day. It's going to be cool. So really excited about it. Having some more consistent branding and that kind of thing, and really getting hey, Bud Sinclair, good to see you on Instagram. Getting some direction going or some consistency, intentionality with everything that I'm doing, whether it's a live or a team call, group call, morning texts, podcast, all the stuff, right? All the stuff that you have to do to try to build your brand and ultimately get people on the coaching roster. So get out to people who need it and figure out who I can help. So yeah, Rachel, you weren't close. Oh, you said 83. Okay. I thought you said 75. Yeah, you were close. Yeah. Good morning on YouTube. You guys that are jumping in, appreciate it. Getting the link out in different ways. So we'll see what happens there. So hopefully you guys can jump on. If you haven't been here before and you don't know me, I'm Bob Turner, and I call this Live 365. We do it every single day, where I try to bring a little positivity, a little motivation, inspiration, maybe a touch of entertainment, and maybe a little bit of leveling up on business and life. So if you're here, I appreciate you. If you've been here for a long time, thank you for coming. Come back tomorrow, bring friends. All right. We're building a community here. We don't do politics and all the stuff. An occasional shot across somebody's bow might happen, but only in a loving and funny gesture. So that's how we do that. Step out of those boundaries and I'll Billy Jack you. All right. Anyway, so the power of labels we want to talk about today in day 4 of the Identity Shift series. Okay. The words you use to describe yourself are the blueprint for your behavior. We're going to talk about that self-talk today, guys, right? It reminds me of one of my clients once that said, yeah, I was doing this. Then I was like, in fact, he's on here. I was doing this. And then I was like, oh, hey, asshole. And I said, oh, no, we don't say that anymore. We don't say that anymore. We don't talk to ourselves like that anymore. If you do that around me, I'm gonna call you on it, because that's what your brain hears and what your brain believes, right? Your identity is shaped by language. The most dangerous labels are the ones you don't even realize that you've accepted. Even more dangerous are the ones you give yourself. Matt Moore says, stop shouting at me. Matt Blood, same thoughts I had. Yeah, we're getting there. We're making progress all the time. So if you keep calling yourself things like, or saying to yourself things like, oh, I'm not good with money, I'm not a leader, hey, I've always been big, you're going to find a way to stay in alignment with that identity, right? Say, yes, that's what you know. Yeah. Right. Bob, straight fire, 84 today. High performers understand you don't label yourself by your past. You define yourself by your potential. Stop looking out that rearview mirror, guys. Good morning, Tony Bartolini. I got it right today. If Tony Bottai shows up, we're screwed. Right? Holy shit. Anyway, guys, ever said something like, I'm not just not that type of person? That label is shaping more of your life than you realize. All right. The way you talk to yourself is not just commentary. It's construction. You're building the identity. You're building your identity with every word. So, yeah, Matt Blood flushed him out. Not an asshole anymore. Now I'm a badass. That's right. You keep saying that. Step into that. The way you talk to yourself is not just commentary. It's construction. Like I said, you're just building identity with every word. So today we're stripping that away. We're going to strip away the old labels. Learn to speak power into the identity we're stepping into. Why not? Right? Robin Sharma says your words become your world. Huh? How about that? Words become your world. What do we got going for coffee today, guys? Number 3, I think, here. Yeah. Yesterday, it was a little bit excessive. I don't even want to tell you the total. It was somewhere around a pot. So here are some labels that people carry just without even questioning, right? Sometimes we don't even think about it. Hey, I'm terrible at follow through. I always procrastinate. I don't do confrontation. I don't handle conflict well. I'm not a tech person. Yeah, I'm just not the type to put myself out there. Have you said any of those things? They're not facts. They're just agreements that you've made with your past. They're not facts. You can do about anything you want to do. You can't live a powerful life when you keep calling yourself weak. So cut the shit, right? Knock it off. So labels can create identity loops. All right. So here's a loop. We think something, we say it, we act on it, and then we reinforce it. And we think it again, right? So that's just a loop. It's your identity loop. Your brain wants to stay consistent with your story. Brain's lazy, right? Wants to keep you comfortable, even if it's sabotaging you. You'll unconsciously make decisions just to prove the label true. Here's an example. Hey, I'm bad with money. So you avoid looking at your checking account, your bank account. You don't learn how to price correctly, and you undercharge. See the loop? Yeah, I'm bad with money. I don't have money. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to pull my head out of the sand. I've done it. Or this one, I'm not a leader. So you don't delegate. Hey, nobody does it like me. You don't set standards. You don't have any boundaries. You feel awkward managing people. Self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Okay. The label limits you. And over time, you will live down to it. For real. So how do we replace them? How do we get rid of those labels? Replace them with identity statements. Stay with me here, guys. First of all, call it out. Write down 3 labels you've carried that no longer serve you. I'm just going to, if you're driving or you're hanging out or you don't have something to write with, I'm just going to give you a second to think about that while I take a nice long pull off this coffee. Write down 3 labels that you've carried that no longer serve you. Rachel says, I'm just so busy. I hear this all the time. What does that even mean? Yeah, we do. We wear that as a badge of honor for sure. How you doing? Oh, busy, busy. What are you doing? Well, I don't know. What'd you get done today? Well, not much. But boy, I'm busy. It's a badge of honor. Yeah, I worked 17 hours today. Good. What'd you get done? What'd you accomplish? Get any new business? Make the cash register ring? Get any new clients? So step 1, call it out. Step 2, challenge it. Ask yourself, who told me this? When did I even decide it was true? Who told me this? When did I decide it was true? And then step 3, replace it. So we're going to call it out. We're going to challenge it. Then we're going to replace it. Flip the label into an identity that you're building toward. Here's the old one. Oh, I'm bad with money. New one. I'm someone who takes ownership of my finances. Just say it. Here's an old one. I'm not consistent. Here's a new one. I show up even when I don't feel like it. Day 132, by the way. And I can't honestly say that I haven't felt like it, but I'm having a blast over here. The old one. I'm not a leader. New. I lead by example and I speak with clarity. And if you're having trouble coming up with these guys, use the chat GPT, right? It's the answer to everything. You got a problem? Your car won't run? Screw it. Chat GPT it, right? A couple loads of laundry? Chat GPT it. Cook some toast. So use it to help you write a new personal identity affirmation. Something you can read daily based on the person that you're becoming. Put it somewhere where you can see it. Print that shit, put it on the fridge, whatever. Alex says, used to not want to be on camera for social media. I did it once, now all the time. Exactly. Yeah. And Alex, I'm going to pick on you for a minute because one of the quotes, Alex, I took him on this in a group the other day. He said, it was in a sales accelerator group. He said, hey, it's great to be, I'm trying to surround people. And I know what he meant. I'm trying to be surround myself with people that are better than me and da-da-da-da-da. And I go, the alarm went off when I saw that. Red lights flash when I see that shit. I said, no, nobody here is better than you. You have and deserve a seat at the table. Pull up a chair, right? Ask Matt Blood about that. What's the line, Matt? He'll put it in there for you guys. And he's a guy that didn't think he deserved a seat at the table at one time. Now he is the table, he will tell you in a little bit more colorful language. Yeah, so here's the little label flip exercise. All right, I want you to write down one label you've used recently that's limiting you. Put it in your phone or something if you're somewhere where you don't have paper. And then flip it into a new identity statement. And then write it somewhere where you'll see it daily. So write one down, print it out, or flip it into a new identity statement and print it out and put it somewhere where you can see it. Don't just put it in the book and close it. Yeah, Matt, there it is. I am the motherfucking table. Yeah. One of my favorite moments. So, type labels in the chat. If this was impactful, or give me a fist pump. Guys, you don't rise to your goals. You rise to your self-talk. Okay, the brain's going to believe that stuff. So be careful how you talk to yourself. Change the language. And you change the way you see yourself. And that changes everything. It changes everything, guys. Yeah, drop something in the chat if this was helpful for you today. Tomorrow, we put this theory into motion with Prove It Daily. Small wins that redefine who you are. We'll talk about small wins. Because identity isn't built on talk. It's built on action. So we're going to talk about how to get those small wins. And as one of my coaches, Ben Newman, always says, we're going to be stacking the wins. Okay? We're just stacking days, stacking wins. Okay. I said to somebody on a call yesterday, I said, man, you just need a win. Let's just get a win. Where can we get a win? Right. And let's get a little bit of momentum. Okay. Matt says, be consistent too. Trust me. It's easy to let the noise slip back in. It's harder to push it out. Absolutely. And guys, if you think that there's some sort of big arrival moment with this stuff, you're wrong. You're always working on it. Matt will tell you. And I know he doesn't mind me calling him out here a little bit. Matt has done some tremendous things over the past couple of years, but the road has been like this. Okay. It's not just straight to the top. He'll tell you that, geez, there's been some times where, man, I get the business stuff dialed in, the diet stuff falls off. Man, I get all that stuff dialed in and then I'm not sleeping right. Or, man, I'm doing 75 hard, I'm dialed in and now cash flows off, right? So we're working on this stuff all the time. And if you think that, and I think I heard Steve use this as an example of like, hey, if you're you're a $100,000 business and you want to go to 500, do you think that there's just no problems and no strains and struggles at 500? If you're at 500 and you want to go to 1.5, do you think that when you get there, it'll just be super easy? No, there's always this stuff to work through, always things that you have to continue to get better at, to continue to challenge yourself in a way that's going to get you to the next level. Okay. Good morning, Mike Nunez on the Instagram. Good to see you, bud. Matt says, the faster you roll down the road, the harder it hurts when the wheels fall off. You have to pay attention to all the things. Yeah. And I was also listening to somebody, I wish I could remember. I think it was my friend Chris Welton was talking about the difference between, he was talking about how he didn't want to go too high because if he fell from higher, it would hurt more, right? But then he said, what's the difference between falling from 2 feet and 12 feet? Screw it, right? Let's go. You're going to fail at times. Everybody on here that's been successful will tell you that they've failed multiple times. And you're looking at one, okay? I've been down there in the garage with a hair dryer taking the letters off my truck, changing directions, drive down through town, same truck, no letters, making a pivot. What I had to do, you just do what you got to do. Yeah. Thanks, Rachel. Good comment. Good stuff today, guys. I hope it was helpful. Share this out. Share it out. I challenge you. I'm going to use the same YouTube link every day. So if you're on YouTube and you want to share it, I would love it. Danielle says it's like trying to keep all the plates spinning at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes they fall, and that's okay. It's only failure if you stop. One hundo. Yeah. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate you being here. Which reminds me, as I always mention, if you guys haven't checked out our daily sales accelerator program, hop on. I'm going to put a link right in here right now to get you a 7-day free trial, courtesy of Steve Rosenberg. I've been having a blast being part of his team. And a lot of people have joined up and gone over, and we're doing daily sales training over there, like every single day. On Thursdays, we do role plays. Wednesday's developing because he just added. It was only 4 days before Steve said, screw it. You guys support me. I'm going to support you. We're going to add a day. Monday is mindset. I'm oftentimes on that call. Tuesday, we talk about handling objections. And oftentimes Steve will jump in depending on whether he's flying or not. Thursdays, like I said, oftentimes Bubba Hogan handling role plays. Richard will do the objections day typically. And then oftentimes I'm there on Friday, and it's just free reign Friday. I call it open coaching, where you bring your stuff and it's me or someone in the group that gives you a hand and helps you out. We're changing lives over there, and we're winning as a team, as Steve says. Yeah, you lose alone. I like that. Man. That's good stuff. So, and Steve just finished his 2-day takeoff event in Houston, where I know a bunch of people that went, and he does that on a monthly basis. So that link will get you into what we're doing here in the Daily Sales Accelerator. If you have interest beyond that, we'll get you to the 2-day. We'll figure it out. Okay. If you're tired of being stuck in your business and just not being where you want to be, get around some winners, get in the right room. To that end, if you think I can help you, I would love to chat with you. Wendy oftentimes will put a link in for a 30-minute free strategy call with me. Very few people take me up on it. I challenge you to hop on my schedule if you're struggling with business or life. No strings. If you want to talk coaching at the end of the call, we will. I would ask you this. If 2024 wasn't what you wanted it to be, how are we doing in 2025? Next month's June. Last I checked, that's halfway through the year once we get to the end of June. So if it's not going like you want it to go, let's make a change. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. And it was fun. I'll tell a quick story. Steve's in the middle of his 2-day event yesterday, right? And Tyler texts me, says, "Hey, bro, did you get a testimonial from Steve Rosenberg? I think that would be great to have." It never even occurred to me to say, "Hey, Steve, you think you could do a video testimonial for me?" Got to get my marketing hat on, right? So I text Steve and I said, "Hey, I know you're not in the middle of anything, but could you crawl off in a corner somewhere and take 5 minutes and shoot me a 60-second video that I could use on the website?" I don't know. It's like, I don't think 5 minutes went by and I got that video. I literally did not watch it because I was on a call. I sent it to Tyler. I said, "Here you go." I haven't even looked at it yet. And then I did get a chance to watch it. So Steve, I just want to publicly thank you for, I know we bust each other's balls all the time, but thank you for the nice things. And I appreciate it. And it's been fun to be a part of your team and looking forward to continued growth. So, and you guys have benefited from Steve being on the call here. You think I'm intense with an 84. He gets out of bed spitting fire. So we'll get him back on again sometime soon. Yes, he will. Live and breathe the proof. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. But guys, check out the links, okay? And you know that I always always try to help Bailey out. So I always copy her link and pop it in the chat. If you're struggling with your social media, hit her up. If you're one of those people that says, I just don't have time for it, I don't value it, I'm on to bigger things, it's a $10 task, I want to do $10,000 tasks, grab that link, have a conversation with her. It won't cost you a nickel, okay? She'll take some time and tell you what she can do. She'll give you a proposal, get it figured out. And I always like to push and promote the people who are helping me, Steve included, as I do all the time. And here's the link for Tyler Kirk at Legacy Media. He's the one doing my website. Guy's a straight savage. He works with a intentionality, and I'm excited to see what he's going to be bringing out. So I'm figuring it's going to be this week. We're close on getting the website out. And if I've helped you at all with connecting you with the right person, mentoring you, coaching you, giving you some nuggets inside this group, would you please go to that link that I just posted and hit me up, hit Summit Coaching up with a Google review, because that's been part of something that's come up as we're doing the website as well. Like, hey, can we quote the Google reviews or tag the Google reviews and have that as a page too? So guys, I appreciate you helping me lift this thing to the next level. George Ross, you're late. You're on Instagram. George Ross just jumped in. Tags Building and Remodeling. Check him out. Follow him on Instagram. TAGS Building and Remodeling. He's a good kid. He's only about 21 and he's doing all the right things. So trying to anyway. And also check out Nunez Vineyard Management on Instagram. Nunez_Vineyard_management. Check out Mike Nunez. He's doing great things. If you wonder what it's like or how that whole wine process works, check Mike's page out. He'll take you through everything. And he's a great dude. And he's always on here supporting me. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you. It's Wednesday, hump day, right? Hopefully you're recovered from Cinco de Mayo. Whatever, right? And let's have a great week. All right. Help somebody out. Make somebody's day. George says, "Sorry, I'm late. I'm on the phone with a potential sale." Good excuse. Good excuse. Yeah. Make sure you share the live with them. So guys, share the Facebook page, the Summit Facebook page. Share this live out. I challenge you to come back tomorrow and bring a friend. I appreciate you being here. If there's a topic you want me to hit sometime, always let me know. DM me. Let me know how I can help you out. All right. Make somebody's day today. Take care, guys. We'll see you.